I unplugged my PlayStation and I gave it away. Here's why. What's up, guys? It's your boy ABWAY on a one. I try to help you guys in your life by giving you stories from mine. And today we're gonna talk about why I'm trying to stop playing video games for the rest of my life. Now, I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? You are insane. Why would you just pick up your PlayStation and just give it away like it was nothing? And I had lots of games on my PS4, man. I'm talking 2Ks, WWE and NBA, Madden's 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. I'm being serious. Minecraft, like you name it, I had it. Like, aside from the fact that there were a few games that I weren't hip to, lots of games I wasn't hip to, Battlefront 2, like even as I'm saying, the Spider-Man games, there were so many games that I loved and they were enjoyable, but we're here to talk about why. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Well, the truth is that I didn't realize how much of my life video games were consuming until I realized how much of my life video games were consuming. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, well.
Wait, go ahead. You gotta have better self-control, man. Like, I don't understand why you're sitting there talking about some, oh yeah, like I need self-control.
Well, listen, bro, self-control, whatever. Listen, if you're able to be disciplined and live a life and be productive without having a PS4 or a PS5 or a PC in your room that allows you to game, kudos to you, okay? I am so happy for you. But I know dang well that there are lots of you who don't have that kind of self-control. So for all the people who are probably gonna look at this video in the near future and talk about some,
I'm a legend, like I have discipline.
shut up, you don't. You don't. And stop trying to lie to people on the internet that you do. Because the truth is, you don't. Because if you're just an average guy like I am, you have impulses. If you're just an average person, you have impulses. And let me tell you something. When you talk about how much time people are spending on video games, it gets to a point where it's kind of scary. A lot of people would rather spend their time in the virtual world as opposed to the real world. And it's a concept that starts to really get to you the more that you think about it. It's somewhat daunting, to be honest, when I think about how many people just spend hours and hours on video games. And I'm not gonna lie, I literally used to be one of those people. I kid you not. It's not even that long ago that I stopped playing video games. I'm telling you how recent. When I tell you this is very recent, this is very recent. And the reason why is because, well, hello, like all that it has done in terms of my life is, I mean, there were some points where video games was making me extremely depressed. Like, I'd play a game of All-Star Team Up with my friends and then I would lose and I would literally be depressed. And of course, the conversation is, why are you just so depressed? Who cares? It's a video game. People would rather shoo off their kids, their family members, and tell them to buzz off because they have to play 2 to 3 to 4 to God knows how many hours trying to play Minecraft and 2K. And I'm telling you, I used to be one of those people. I'll never forget it because during the pandemic, instead of going ahead and watching, educational videos, like in its genesis, the first couple months of the pandemic, before I started watching, educational videos and motivational things and trying to build a brand for myself, I literally spent the money that I had because I got laid off. I spent the money that I had on VC. Bro, VC. I was straight bugging. I was literally in a mode of my life where things didn't matter to me anymore. Spending money on video games was it. It was lit. And now looking back, I regret it immensely. And I'll tell you how my life has changed since I stopped playing video games. I have had way more time to be productive. It's not even a matter of, oh, I was able to just play video games for an hour, but then I realized how much more time I had. I realized how I wasn't getting sucked into a world where I could be somebody when I could be somebody in the real world. It was one of those things where I really started to understand how much time I wasted getting sucked into a world that wasn't my own. And do I hate on people who play video games? No, this video is not a, I hate you if you play video games, you're a sorry man, you're not a real man. I'm not that type of person because I'm gonna be candid with you guys. I literally used to do the same thing not too long ago. And I perfectly understand people who are still in that phase of like, hey man, like I could do it. I could only play video games for an hour. I have good, amazing time management skills. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who understand and know that they're suffering from an addiction. You know, we don't like to think of video games as an addiction until you start to log how many hours you spend on video games. And could you really not touch any gaming for a week? There is a huge, I'm talking millions and millions and millions of people. There is a huge amalgamation of people who would rather play video games, not even with the boys, just play video games by themselves, instead of being present and being around and being loving and enjoying a community and enjoying a social life. It's intoxicating. And unfortunately, I believe that the pandemic is the reason why that this has happened, because everybody's been so used to being put in a box that a lot of people stayed in that box. And truth be told, I think it's unfortunate. Now, to those of you who are watching who really want to be able to stop playing video games and want to see if they could turn their life, here's the advice that I can give you based off of what I did. Pretty much, you'll go as soon as this video is done. Well, first off, leave a like and subscribe, and then go ahead and get up, take your phone, throw it across the room, go get to your gaming device or whatever, your PC, your laptop, your PS4, your PS5, your Xbox One, whatever the Xbox, I don't care. The point of the matter is immediately go, unplug it, stash it away, and give yourself a week of peace. And you will start to realize how much more time you'll have. And on top of that, I know that there are a lot of you out there who have this yearning to be better. And I know there's a lot of you who want to go and succeed and amplify your lives. I'm telling you, you guys can do it. And I have all the faith in you. And that's what we're here for. What I want to do is I want to be able to build a community of people who want to better themselves. And I know that there are hundreds of other YouTubers who have little communities of 100, 200, 3,000, 300,000, 3,000, yeah. A little community of people who want to better themselves. And whether my community grows from here to 1 million, all I care about is making sure that I just be open and candid and transparent with you guys in the way that I live and helping you as best as I possibly can, because there are a lot of people out there who are hurting. And these are just some of the things that I use to get out of that kind of slump. I'm just here trying to provide value. And if I'm not, you can let me know. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace.